welcome back to FiddleHed Fiddle Lessons. Let's do the tune Rights of Man, named after the famous essay by Thomas Paine, for those of you keeping score at home. This tune is an Irish tune and it's a hornpipe. So anyhow, I'm just going to play it sort of a medium tempo, A-A-B-B, and then I'm going to break it down for you note by note, building up the phrases very slowly. Here it goes. Okay, so it's very notey, there's a lot of notes, but there's a lot of repetition too, so fear not, you'll get this, just stay with it. So we're going to start with the A part, first quarter. I'm going to play the whole thing. Actually, first, you could just warm up with a G major scale. Alright, and then if you want to do a variation with that, you could do something where you accent the syncopations, like the ands of like 1 and 2. That'll help get the feel of the tune. All right. You don't have to though. You can. In fact, it's probably best just to learn the tune before adding any accent feel, but if you did want to play the scale a little bit, that would be a good variation to do. Alright, so let's do the first quarter of the A part right now. Okay, so we're going to start with the pickup notes, D3 to open A. Alright, and then we're just doing a lot of short notes, mostly short notes or eighth notes. And after that, we're going to go on A, 1, low 2, and then open 1. So we have. I'm just going to keep building from there. Now D3 to open A. Okay, so we have. And now we're going to do D2 to D3. So far we have. And then we're going to do D1 to D2. So you have. So a little pattern there, moving down. Then from there, from that D1, we kind of just keep going up to A1. So far now we have. And that last note's a quarter note, a longer note. Okay, so just do it one last time with the pickup, D3 to open A. So this is a key part because it's repeated in the, this is the first quarter of the A part, it's also the third quarter. So it's worth your while to really get this down now. So let's just loop on it together, okay? So we're just gonna continuously play it 3 times in a row. 4, again. Okay, so hopefully that wasn't too fast, but anyway, just go back and listen and practice on your own. Now let's do the whole second quarter of the A part. Okay, so let's break that down. We're going to start with open E to 1. It's kind of the pickup. And then we're going to go E low 2, 1, open. Then we're going to add A3, it's back to open E. Here's that again. Okay. And after that, we're going to do A3, 1, 3. Okay, and then let's just do that again. Next little bit's going to start A low 2 and walk down. So it's just walking down pretty much the G scale, starting A low 2, 1, open, D3, D2. Before that we had and then now I'll play the entire second quarter very slowly. All right, good. So let's move on. Third quarter is the same as the first. I'll just do it again though. Fourth quarter starts like the second, but ends different. Starts like, so there's the part that's similar is so the part that's similar to the second quarter is this. Actually, is exactly from the second quarter. But now on the fourth quarter, we're going to go down to A1. Okay, do that again. Then we're going to go back up to E for low 2, 1, low 2, open. I'm going to add to that twice on D1. Here's that again. All right, so let's do that. Before that part, in the fourth quarter of the A, we had and then we do. Hopefully this breaking down into parts the way I do it makes sense. Sometimes people have trouble hearing it when all these different weird parts, but it's the best way I know of communicating the tune to you. So now I'm just going to play the entire fourth quarter again slowly. Alright, so this fourth quarter of the A part is also the fourth quarter of the B part. So I say let's practice it right now. Let's loop on this now so that you just kind of can play it without thinking. That's part of the point of this looping stuff. I hope you're actually doing it because it's going to turn you into, like, from being a student trying to do this to just playing music. Because what happens is you take this one little thing, you do it over and over again, and you stop thinking as much, and you just start playing. So why don't we just do that right now? We're going to loop on the fourth quarter of the A part. Alright folks, good playing. Let's now just do the entire A part very slowly, alright? So you may want to listen at first, you may want to then rewind and then play it again. I'll play along the second time. So I'm just going to give you the bow view as well on this, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Good. So I recommend you just make sure you have that. Pause, rewind the video, go over different parts and practice it on your own a little bit. Maybe even take a day off from this, depending on how well you think you got it. But just take a little break and work on the A part right now. Okay, so before we do the B part, I thought of something while I was showing you the A part, and we could go back. You go back and practice the scale. But a better thing even to add as a variation would be swing bow, which is like a long short. Long short, long short. Alright, so you may want to just do that. You know, really to truly add it to the tune, you should get the tune down, be able to play it without thinking too much, and then start to add variation. But again, playing a scale is good while learning the tune, so why not use that variation? But whatever variation you use is fine. Now we're going to do the B part. I'm going to play you the first quarter of the B part. Okay. So the pickup starts E low. It's going to be a lot of notes. I think it's all on the E string this first quarter. Okay, we start with low 2 to 3 for the pickup. So it'll be like 4 and then our downbeat will start on fourth finger or pinky, and we're going to do this little run: 4 3 4 low 2. Here's that again. So this is a hard little part. I recommend you practice that a little bit. If you're a beginner or intermediate, it's hard to get that in tune. Alright, and then after that we're going to go on E, open 1, low 2, 3. Let's put those two parts together. Here's that again. Then after that, we're going to do this 4 3 4 low 2 bit again, and then we're going to do something different. This time, we're going to do open low 2 1 open. So the second half of the first quarter sounds like. Here's that again. The first half was this, starting the same. Now here's the second half of the first quarter. Okay, now let's put those two things together. Alrighty, and now we'll just add the pickup, which was E low 2 3. I'm going to count you in 3 and you come in on 4 with the pickup. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Okay, so that's the first quarter. If you're unsure of any part of that, just pause and practice it. Okay, so let's break that down. We'll start A, 3, 2, 3, open E. Good. Then after that, on E string, 1, open 1, low 2. Putting those two things together. Let's do it again. That's a cool little pattern. They're both really the same pattern. It's like starting at one note, going down, back up, and then one up, and then starting a note above, doing that same pattern but shifted higher. Okay, and then after that we do this. Let's break that down. So we're gonna, that second half, or second part of the second quarter would be like 3, 1 on E, then from A3 to E1. And then back up to E3. And then short, low 2, 1. Here's that again. All right, so let's put that, the thing that came before all that was this. And now we do. I'm now just going to put all that together. Here we go. One more time. All right. Let's move on to the third quarter. So the entire third quarter of the B part. So let's break that down. Open E, A3, open E, and up to E1. And then after that, E low 2, 1, low 2, 3. Putting those two together. One more time on that. Okay, and then we're gonna go 4 to low 2, and then 3, 1. And then low 2, 1. So that all sounds like. Here's that again. Once more. And again. Before that we had. And then let's put it all together to make the entire third quarter of the B part again. Once more, a little more slowly. And And now the fourth quarter of the B part is the same as the fourth quarter of the A part. All right. I'm now just going to play the entire B part. And you may want to listen at first, then rewind and play along. Here we go. Okay, so that's pretty much the entire tune. You notice that I played it very like chant, 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 very choppy, but I'm trying to make an extra effort in the videos while showing the tunes to make it really clear and to just leave almost a little space between the notes. But I just want to point out that when actually played, it has more of a flowing sound, and plus you can add the swing bow feel if you got it. So, so the B part would sound like. And so on. All right. So anyway, well, let me know if that's helpful. Let me know if playing the teaching it to you really slowly, really like meticulously like that is useful or not. But then, I also create for a lot of these songs play along tracks and an advanced video. And then also you can go back to the beginning and listen to the full version at the beginning, which has more of the feel of how it's played. Okay, so hope you like this tune. Hope you have fun playing other hornpipes out there. You could add this song, Rights of Man, to a set of hornpipes, like with Off to California or Harvest Home. There's only like 1,000 hornpipes. There's only like 10,000 Irish tunes. Don't worry, you'll get to them all. Just keep watching FiddleHed channel, and we'll see you next time. So long.
Thanks for watching the video. Love you.
Excellent.